Hello and welcome to Whizz Kids Online. My name is Sophie and today we will be making some giant toothpaste. Now I do not recommend using this as toothpaste. It won't clean your teeth and it will probably taste terrible, but it looks really cool, so let's make a start. To make your toothpaste you will need some detergent, hydrogen peroxide, 3%. You can do 6%, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Some measuring cups, so a half a cup and a tablespoon measure. A tray or a tub, just something that you can catch our toothpaste in. Some food colouring, dry yeast, a mixing bowl and some warm water. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is measure out half a cup of hydrogen peroxide, which I've already done, and I'm going to carefully pour that into my bottle. Sorry, you also need a bottle. Plastic bottle is fine. Now I have made this very full, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to spill it. All right. Okay, once you poured that in there, you want to get your detergent and just put a good squirt in there. Just be generous. Now we're going to add some food colouring. So if you want your toothpaste just to be one colour, you just select one of your colours and pop a drop inside and let it mix in with your hydrogen peroxide. If you want to have fancy toothpaste that is multiple coloured, what you want to do is get your food colouring and just put a drop of it or a few drops of it down the rim like this and just let it slide down. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to add the yeast and warm water together. So you get your 1 tablespoon of yeast, which I've measured out here, pop it in your bowl, and then you need 3 tablespoons of warm water. And just mix that until it's relatively smooth. Now for the fun part, we're going to add it together. So pour it in and step back and watch it go. And there's your toothpaste. Okay, so what causes this reaction? Well, when we mix the yeast and the hydrogen peroxide, it releases oxygen. And oxygen is a gas, so it wants to escape the liquid. But because we added detergent, it creates foam. And then that makes it spill out the way that it does. So you can play with your recipe. What happens if you don't put any detergent in? What happens if you put just a bit less detergent in? I think I maybe put in a bit too much of mine because it looks kind of more like, came out more like a mushroom rather than like a nice tube. You could also try that 6% of hydrogen peroxide. If you do that, go outside because you'll probably get a much bigger reaction and I'm sure your parents will not appreciate the mess. And the other thing you can do is you can try it with different containers. What happens if you have a smaller lid? Or what happens if you have a wider container? What does it do to the shape of your toothpaste? So have a play, have a go, and I hope you have fun. See you next time.